think it's the gallery can make conscious choices. He understands what he's doing. So therefore, he's capable of murder.
But that's only one neurologist's opinion.
All the brain scans done on him by the boxing commission, none of them shows any damage.
Not yet, but it takes a long time for that kind of damage to take effect.
Even the neurologist admitted that there's no way to know how damaged Gallery's brain is until after he's died and they can do an autopsy on the brain.
So how come that defense attorney didn't cross-examine the neurologist?
I have no questions, Your Honor.
The witness may step down.
Because she couldn't disprove what Solomon said.
Or she didn't think her testimony has any merit.
Forget the neurologist for a second. What about the medical examiner? Her testimony. There was something she said that got me wondering.
Dr. Sullivan, you performed the autopsy on the victim, Nick Dunphy?
I did. Mr. Dunphy died from massive cerebral hemorrhaging caused by severe blunt force trauma.
He died from injuries to the brain, is that correct?
Yes. A blow of sufficient force ruptured Mr. Dunphy's brain, causing severe cranial bleeding, which resulted in his death.
A blow. He died from a single blow to the head, is that correct?
His injuries were consistent with a single blow struck to his forehead.
No one's debating how Dunphy died.
Stay with me on this. Did you notice the size of Gallery's hands? He makes a fist they're the size of melons. They gotta be twice the size of anyone's here. You take Gallery's 220 pounds of muscle and put that behind them melons he's got for fists. He could pulverize the front of an MTA bus.
He's someone who could take on King Kong for real.
Yeah, and if he's got this brain damage you're talking about, and we let him go free, he goes out and punches some other guy to death. You want to be responsible for that?
Well, I don't.
I need more evidence. Just give me one witness who saw what happened in that alleyway.
We don't have a witness. We have a hat. The cops found Michael Gallery's hat next to Dunphy's body in the alleyway. There were strands inside the hat. They also found Gallery's hair on Dunphy's body.
Numerous hairs were recovered from the hat as well as the victim's body.
And was a mitochondrial analysis done on these hairs?
Yes.
Were you able to match those hairs to the defendant?
Yes, I was.
When did these hairs get under the victim's clothing?
I don't know.
You have no way to determine when the hairs got onto the victim, do you?
No, I don't.
Couldn't these hairs have found their way onto the victim at a different, earlier time?
Yes, it's possible.
Gallery's hair could have gotten on Dunphy's body during the altercation that morning.
But then how do you explain Gallery's hat being in the alley?
He said it was stolen.
Stolen.
That day, I swear.
Did you report it?
No, stupid baseball hat.
Okay.
Oh, geez, stolen that very day. How about that?
Which would make it real easy for anybody to put Gallery at the scene of the murder.
What? The hat was planted?
By whoever really killed Nick Dunphy.
Lady, you've been reading too much Agatha Christie.
Agatha who?
The hat, the hair, the arguing, the resentment all add up to Michael Gallery. He has one of his episodes, he gets a little wacky, punches Nick Dunphy, killing him.
Yeah, and he didn't need a gun or a knife. He's trained to know his fists. He knows that he could kill another human being with a single punch. He knows that if he hits Nick Dunphy, Dunphy ain't getting up.